the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. And on tap tonight, it's the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Chicago Bulls. For Chicago, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. And tonight, we'll get a look at former #1 overall pick Andrew Wiggins' great size and athleticism. Kenny, in your mind, will he ever be a superstar?
Oh, well, it's a chance. We know he could score. His defensive intensity hasn't always been up there, and I think if he improves his ball handling skills, that will take him over the top.
No, he's got to do more than one thing to be a superstar in this league. I think he has the tools to be great, but does he have the will?
Ooh, very interesting question. Very deep, Shaq.
Very deep.
Yeah. Anyway, now with the tip-off coming up shortly, it's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Welcome, everyone, to the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's the home of the Timberwolves, where we're broadcasting from live today. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. It's a single-game return to Minnesota for the Timberwolves as they'll look for a boost from their hometown crowd. This is a team showing a better record this year over last. This was their goal, and it's coming to fruition so far.
Well, right now for the Timberwolves, you know, this happens every year. A team outperforms expectations early. You wonder, is this just an anomaly or is this something they can sustain?
And what'll be interesting to me is to see if they can keep it up. I mean, but you're right. It's very early in the season.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA?
Well, guys, the work ethic of Wolves coach Tom Thibodeau is very well known. Now, back in Chicago, Jimmy Butler would try to beat him to practice. But no matter how early Butler arrived, Tibbs was already there. Finally, Butler said, okay, forget it. I can't beat him, so I'm just going to run through a wall for him. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Clark, back when you were playing, what were the biggest challenges over the first third of the season you found?
Well, the travel is always a challenge, particularly early in your career, just learning how to manage that. How do you rest? How do you get your work in? How do you stay focused mentally? So the challenge of travel and the details of your craft. And then establishing chemistry with your teammates. We were kind of in transition my first 3 years in Indiana, where we had new players each year. And that's one of the challenges with the team that's struggling to be competitive.
So the Timberwolves win the tip. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Levine and Parker are the wings. Portis is out there with Robin Lopez. And it's Dunn in at the point. Levine feeling it out a bit. Parker with a clean look. Off target from outside. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Wiggins passes to Butler. Good work there as it goes.
Good looking shot there from Butler, showing off the nice touch.
Dunn with it. Passes it to Lopez. Portis against Gibson. Parker outside. Banked in off the glass.
And I like his muscular body. This guy is able to body up defenders and still get the shot that he wants. He's excellent at finishing through contact.
Now here's Teague. Outside Butler. Gibson against Portis. 6 on the shot clock. Butler from outside. Chicago grabs the miss. This is their first chance this season playing the Timberwolves.
Yeah, this is a great rivalry, guys. I mean, even though they're in opposite conferences, you look back and these teams have a lot of history.
They really do. I mean, whenever they play each other, it means a little bit extra. These are two franchises, as you said, that certainly have had their fair share of tangles in the past.
Now Teague, after Jimmy Butler missed from long range. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Zach LaVine.
You know, Butler came into the NBA a tad under the radar. I mean, he was the last pick of the first round back in 2011. Didn't play much at first, but once he got his opportunity, his career took off and took off fast.
First free throw is good. And over the last 5 seasons, Jimmy Butler had one of the top minutes per game loads of any player in the league. Clark, do you think that had anything to do with his knee injury in February of 2018?
Really hard to say, Kevin. I mean, meniscus issues can result from overuse, but we're not sure if that was the case with Jimmy. Tibbs has always played his best players big minutes, and Jimmy Butler was one of his best players. So we see a lot of franchises, though, taking a bit of a different tack in terms of minutes played for their star players, trying to massage and manage those a little better because of the concern about overuse.
Here's Parker. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Not much you can do there. I mean, Parker getting it done even when the defense is all over him.
Done against T. Kicks to Gibson. Feeds to Butler. And he banks in the layup. Butler's got 6 points.
Well, I tell you what, he's not going to give in to the defense. Butler really is ferocious. Great job finishing off these tough shots.
Now here's LaVine. He's coming off a 22-point game against Miami.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Andrew Wiggins, I think this guy has a chance to really be a star. He clearly is a centerpiece for the Timberwolves since they acquired him in the Kevin Love trade with the Cavaliers. He's got all of the physical tools to be an elite player at both ends. The only question mark has been the consistency of his motor. Does he really want to be great and put in the work to do so?
Free throw good, Wiggins. And with the Timberwolves bringing in Tom Thibodeau and these hard-nosed veterans, the culture shifting in Minnesota, Clark, is so evident.
Yeah, very much so, Kevin. And I think you've got tremendous role models for Andrew Wiggins, Jimmy Butler in particular, trying to bring out the best in him. And that's not always easy, nor is it always comfortable. It's a tough balancing act. And sometimes veterans can wear you out with the lectures, but Jimmy's example is what I think is going to help Wiggins the most.
Now here's LaVine. And he's currently averaging more than 26 points a game. Such a force. Parker surveying the floor. From 12 feet out. Jeff Teague with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 4. Here's Butler. Here's Jang. And finished off by Jang.
And, you know, we all know about Jang's high motor. Defensively, you can't just let him float around the glass. You've got to get a body on him.
Now, here's Portis. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Teague hits to Wiggins. Inside, here's Gibson, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
Staying alert and aware. Wiggins sees his man flash to an open spot. Pass is right on the money.
Lopez finds Parker. LaVine with it. The pass to Dunn. 5 to shoot. The 3. The shot, no good. Timberwolves go the other way with it, coming off that loss against the Nets.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, there was no shine on that effort. Really lackluster. Their D was nowhere to be found.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Portis against T. Pass to Jang. And here is Butler. Takes the three. Buries it from three-point range. Butler's got his third basket of the night.
Yeah, and he's connecting on a lot of his shots here, shooting a high percentage from the field, really giving his team a boost.
Jang against Lopez. Portis kicks to Parker. Gibson with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. It's Butler that time on the assist by Gibson. Butler's got 11 points.
Defense has no answer for him. I mean, none. They look completely lost. He's been on fire.
Wiggins against Parker. Lopez dishes to Parker. And the basket is good. 6 points for him.
Man, he's just such a smart shooter as Parker. Noticing the defense was backing off of him just a little too much, he took advantage of it and made them pay dearly.
Now here's Gibson. Teague surveying the D. Clock at 6. Butler against Levine. The tray. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Bulls trail by 7. Parker outside. Dunn outside. Butler against Levine. Parker left side. And the rejection by Jang.
And this is something you'd like to see more of from Jang, given his size and wingspan.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Tolliver comes in for Taj Gibson. And Jones subbed in for Jeff Teague. Carter, he's checked in for Chicago. Denzel Valentine comes in for Chris Dunn. Outside, Jones. Here's Jang. And it's off the back rim, no good.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
And let's check out the numbers for Parker. Over the last month, he has been spectacular, averaging about 24 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, their last outing was a rough one. Have to be careful of falling in love with that three.
And you know what, Greg? You can't afford to be a one-function offense. You know what I mean? You've got to be versatile. Got to spread it out and mix it up inside, too.
Felicia's checked in for Bobby Portis. Now, here's Valentine. His last outing, he had 8 points. Here's the floater. Jones, no luck. And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. They trail by 7. And Tom Thibodeau is a demanding coach, Clark. We know that. His teams have responded, though, but sometimes teams can wear down from that style. Does that concern you in Minnesota?
Not really, Kevin. I mean, he's shown that he's got a proven track record for having teams be successful. And with ownership behind him, I think the players will follow his lead. Remember, he's got the dual role as coach and president of operations. Not sure if that is always the best way to go about it, but in this case, with the alignment with ownership, I think it'll work.
Minnesota with the ball. Jabari Parker unable to get his last shot to go. Here's Dang. And the shot falls short this time. Bulls trail by 7. And there's the feed to Parker. Lays it up off the glass. Parker's got 8 points.
Parker really adept in the post. Sees angles, reads defenses, does both of those very well inside.
Jones the pass to Nunley. Butler feeling out of it. To end the cold streak, and it's Butler with the jam.
You know, Butler knows his team depends on him, relies on him to fill it up and put it in the basket, and he's an outstanding scorer with a really versatile arsenal.
Now here's Levine. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Tyus Jones. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Free throw good, Levine. Floor spacing is such an important element of the game now, Clark, and I know you have a list of guys who you think can stretch it the most in the game now.
Yeah, you start with Steph Curry. I mean, clearly, his shot-making ability from anywhere in the building is unlike most any other in the league. Damian Lillard has similar type range. Jamal Crawford would come to mind, but Steph Curry's at the head of that list for me.
The teardrop falls in. 5 points in the game.
And you know what you like about Levine as a finisher? I mean, he can go straight to the rack, pop out to the three, and can do everything in between as well.
Tolliver, and he hits the jump shot. Now Valentine. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Outside, Levine. That three off the mark.
And, you know, I have no idea how he missed that one. When there's no defense around, he's usually automatic from there.
Tolliver kicks to Dang. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Nunley. From outside, off the mark. Bulls trail by 6. Outside, Levine. Pass to Holiday. Fires for 3. Dang grabs the miss. Dang's got his 4th rebound in this one. Okogie off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. The Bulls have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Bean passes to Felicio. Now here is Holiday. Passes it to Valentine. Back to Holiday. To the middle. Here's Carter. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Boy, good job firing the pass inside there. I mean, all his teammate had to do was catch and finish.
Outside Dang. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. The shot, no good. Good D by Holiday. Bulls trail by 6. In the corner, it's Levine. He kicks to Valentine. The pass to Carter. Over Dang. And it's Carter missing. Minnesota's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Pass to Tolliver. Tries a 3. Kicks it out to Jones. Here's the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 5.
Already, they've piled up 8 second-chance points.
Feasting on those backboards. I love that physicality.
Back to Levine. 17 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Holiday. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And he comes up with the deuce.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Okogie. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We'll return shortly. You learn about Jimmy Butler, difficult journey to where he is now. But one thing always got him through.
Basketball, that's that. It always took my mind off everything. It always made me smile. I had no cares in the world when I was shooting.
Boy, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remained so devoted to the game.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
And you know what, Greg? It looks like they have an advantage there. I mean, I liked how they've made an effort, really a concentrated effort, to hit that glass.
They've got Jones, Anthony Tolliver out there with Dang, and it's Nunley in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there. And, you know, that's a second foul early in this quarter. I think he's got to be much more cautious in how he defends now.
Chris Dunn's checked in for the Bulls. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Dang. Okogie guarded by Holiday. And Luol Deng for 3. And now a 12-point Minnesota lead.
Yeah, you got to run Dang off that three-point line. He's superb at knocking down the triple thanks to that fast release.
Valentine kicks to Dunn. That's tipped. Here's Nunley. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And he makes that one. And the Timberwolves lead by 14.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
And it's Jones with the ball for Minnesota. Their next game is at Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Outside Dang. Shot clock at 5. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight, 3 for 4.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And some other contenders, Clark and the West, are faltering. The window now seems to be opening wider for the Timberwolves as they march down this playoff road.
Yeah, they're closing in on it, Kevin. The window is a little wider, but you've got to walk through it, and right now they're still second tier.
Chicago making some changes. Lopez comes in for Felicio, and it's Portis in for Carter. Lopez dishes to Dunn. And Luol Deng gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist by Holiday.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Timberwolves leading by 12. And Zhang kicks to Teague. Back to Zhang. He dishes it to Teague. 5 on the clock. 18 feet out. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Bulls trail by 12. Holiday left side. Pass to Dunn. Portis against Dang. Nice shot by Portis. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Wednesday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Now here is Holiday. Jeff Teague unable to get his shot to go. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
2 shots, gentlemen.
And Jeff Teague grew up in Indianapolis, spent a season with the Pacers. Clark, you've spent some time around that team. What are your impressions of Teague?
I think he's really solid. Kind of a quiet leader, steady, reliable. He actually stayed in his parents' basement while he was with the Pacers. Pretty frugal, I would add, too. They say you can't go home again. I guess he proved that theory wrong.
Free throw, good. Teague. Clark, we know you were a great athlete. Would you have enjoyed playing at the pace we're seeing in today's NBA style?
I hope I could have played in today's game. Again, I was not an uber athletic guy. Athletic enough to get things done on the court. Was a skilled basketball player more than a great athlete. So the athleticism of today might have challenged me a bit. But I still think I could have played and been effective in today's game.
I agree.
And Jeff Teague in 2017 signed a healthy $57 million contract to join the T-Wolves. They haven't scrimped in building this roster. I mean, they've been able to and willing to spend some money, and he's a key piece to the puzzle.
Here's Teague after the Bulls pick up 2.
Jeff Teague doing exactly what a point guard should do, setting up his guys nicely.
Bulls trail by 11. Valentine passes to Lopez. Back to Valentine. Outside Portis. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Valentine. Defense is right there, and he gets it to go. And Teague, a quality lead guard, but that position's so rich in talent now, it's almost hard to figure where a player like him stands anymore on that list.
In a different time, he might get himself into the All-Star conversation, Kevin, but nothing wrong with being a really good player and a starting point guard that doesn't become an All-Star. And he does have that big contract to validate his value.
Dunn kicks to Portis, launches it. Rebound, Minnesota. They've led by as many as 14 points. Teague against Dunn. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Dunn. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between 3-pointers and 2-pointers tonight for the Bulls.
And they've got really good balance here. I mean, the 3-ball hadn't been the strongest weapon today for them, but I'd say keep the dose just about the same. Don't change the recipe. When you've got that open shot, you got to take it.
Now here's Teague. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Butler, no good. Bulls trail by 11. That's good from Dunn on the assist by Valentine. Valentine's got 5 assists in the game. And Teague's got the ball here for the Timberwolves. Outside Butler. Now here's Gibson. He averages about 5 points a game. Now here's Butler. Defense right on him. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Butler's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Chicago calls timeout. And Jimmy Butler's a very physical wing, as we know, Greg. Goes about 6'8", 240, and he can D up almost any position.
And the strength to deal with forwards, the quickness to cover guards. Also, he uses that strength to attack the rim and get himself to the line.
And stolen by Wiggins. Kicks to Teague. Parker against Wiggins. Outside Butler. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Now, here's Dunn. 14 points from him the last game against Miami.
And, you know, that night his defense was remarkable as well. He was excellent at coming up with steals.
Now here's Teague following the miss by Chris Dunn. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Dunn. Passes to Portis. And here is Dunn. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. And the Bulls with another miss.
Seems like he's in a hurry. He's kind of rushing his shot. Clearly out of rhythm right now. That's a big reason why they're losing.
Feeds it to Gibson. Outside Teague. Here's Wiggins. It doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from Parker. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Portis, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Portis has got 6 here in this quarter.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
And there's the pass to Teague. Shoots it. It's deflected, but he stays with it. Here's Wiggins. Goes up again, and he lays it up and in. Wiggins has got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, I tell you what, that 7-foot condor-like wingspan of Wiggins helps him get to the miss and convert it into points.
Now, here's Dunn. There's Parker with the 3. The rebound by Gibson.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, Kevin, you have to appreciate Jang's strength there. I mean, fights through contact for the potential and 1.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And on the season, you know, only shooting around 73%, so not necessarily where he'd like to be.
Guys, he is close to where he was last year in that category, but his numbers are still down just a skosh. And, you know, Gorgui Dieng, not just remarkable for his basketball talent, but for how he's given back to his native country of Senegal. I mean, we talk about unselfishness all the time in the basketball sense, but this is really unselfishness in the greatest and truest sense.
Here's Butler, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Oh, I like how Butler uses his body in the paint. Excellent at forcing the issue and getting the call close to the rack.
And you mentioned the philanthropy of Dieng. It goes way beyond running a basketball camp or cutting a check.
Yeah, he owns over 100 acres in Senegal where he tutors local farmers. I mean, he's got a real passion for farming. Maybe more significantly, his contributions to hospitals in that poverty-stricken region, literally changing and saving lives.
Free throw, good Butler. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Minnesota. And so Butler nails both of them. Bulls trail by 18. Dunn dishes to Parker. He kicks it to Carter. Butler with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Wiggins with the ball. Right through the D for the layup. Wiggins has got 6 in the quarter.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Dunn passes to Portis. Pass to Levine. Carter kicks to Dunn. That's in there. Carter with the assist. And it's 7 points for Chris Dunn.
Well, you got to put some pressure on Dunn when he's squaring up from outside because this guy is an exceptional scorer.
Here's Jones. Sweet little floater. And the Timberwolves lead by 19.
and they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Lobs it up for Levine. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Kevin, highlight reel material for sure. The defender falls asleep, and Levine turns out the light.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Here is Tolliver. Pass to Butler. Clock at 6. Back to Tolliver. The Timberwolves get it back in a new 24.
Utilizing that weight room muscle there. Butler, very difficult to box out.
Bulls trail by 19. Dunn passes to Portis. Dunn kicks to Carter. Over Gibson. And it's Carter missing.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And so it's Minnesota with it. Wendell Carter unable to get his last shot to go. 3 on the clock. Here's Butler. And again, it's Minnesota.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now, here's Portis. He's got 8. Dishes it to Parker. Passes it to Levine. Rebound, Minnesota.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
The pass to Tolliver. And Jones now atop the key. Butler with the ball. Back to Jones. And too long on the shot. And so it's Minnesota with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. What a start for Jimmy Butler. He had 25 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 steals. And Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Well, I'm going to tell you this. When we talk about Jimmy Butler, he doesn't just give you production. He gives you toughness. Physical wing with good athleticism. Tremendous two-way player who will also fight you on the boards. He played with a lot of tenacity in the first half, which I thought set the tone.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
Well, one reason they're getting roasted, a.k.a. blown out, poor rebounding. Way too many one-and-done possessions. I don't want to see guys drip between their legs and shoot. Not enough fundamentals. Hey, box out 101. Maintain position 101. Learn how to play basketball 101. Things like that, Ernie.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
We come back to Minnesota now with a striking look at the 10th Avenue Bridge, downtown Minneapolis, off in the distance. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they wanted, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Tipping off the second half, here's Fred Hoiberg's 5. Dunn and Levine are the guard set. Jabari Parker is out there with Bobby Portis, and it's Lopez in at the 5. Parker finds Portis. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Timberwolves leading by 19 points. Teague the pass to Wiggins. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Butler against Levine. High post try. That one wide left. And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Butler with the steal. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Teague. Count it from 12. And the Timberwolves lead by 21.
You know, looking to shoot it as much as possible. Teague is excellent at capitalizing from the mid-range area of the floor.
Jang against Lopez. And Levine, here we go. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play. He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
He's been doing really nice work at the line. 83%.
And, you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
That one misses for Levine.
In the NBA draft a few years ago, some people said Levine was a reach at the 13th pick. Now he looks like a value get.
Now here's Wiggins. He's got 8. To the paint. Lopez with the steal. Levine against Butler. With the teardrop. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Jang's got 5 rebounds tonight. Butler in the corner. Down low. Jang inside. Guarded by Levine. Shot clock at 6. Here's Wiggins. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Portis. Bulls trail by 19. Parker outside. Portis kicks to Parker. Outside, Levine puts up a 3, and the 3 ball is good. Levine's got 5 points now this quarter.
And I think that's mere target practice for Levine now. Warm-up jumpers is what I call them. He's really improved in the catch-and-shoot game.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's foul number 2 for him. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone.
Well, it seems like he's gotten a little loose with it since halftime. His fingers may be a little slick or slippery. He went from no turnovers in the first half to quite a few here in the second.
Now, here's Dunn. He has 7. And Dunn with the slam.
You know, Kevin, this is what you do when you're not a high-percentage jump shooter. You pressure the defense by attacking the rim.
Teague finds Butler. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Parker against Teague. 6 to shoot. Count it. Teague's got 5 points so far.
Hey, even though the defense was lurking and Teague's not that big, he still has great confidence to score.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
Chicago making some changes. Felicio's checked in for Portis, and Justin Holiday subbed in for Chris Dunn. Levine against Butler. And there's the feed to Levine. That's tipped. Butler with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Butler really known as one of the best defenders in the game. He knows when to get after it and go for steals with those quick hands.
Here's Felicio. Knocked loose. Levine against Butler. Outside Teague. A floater. Doesn't go for him. Nice D from Levine.
And I tell you what, he's doing his best to contribute, but he's been out of sync, out of rhythm. Luckily, his team still is in front.
That one drops for him. Levine's got 7 now in this quarter. Timberwolves leading by 16. Pass to Nunley. Kicks it to Butler. Outside Teague. Off the mark and a bad shot there. The Bulls have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. And you've got to root for Jabari Parker, the second overall pick. Clark back in 2014 out of Duke, but 2 separate tears of his left ACL have held him back.
Yeah, the injuries have certainly derailed his ascension, but the talent level is obvious, Kevin. I mean, this team won 4 state titles in Illinois at Simeon High School. That's actually the same school that produced Derrick Rose, and I think if he can stay healthy, he's clearly all-star capable.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Minnesota.
And you really can't help but notice all the points they've continued to get off turnovers.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
Clark, if you were a general manager, and I think you'd make an outstanding one, during the pre-draft process in particular, a player has declined to work out for you. Would you still consider drafting him?
Yeah, I would consider it. And again, there would be some extenuating circumstances. Why has he declined? What have we seen? Obviously, I'm hopeful that my scouting staff has taken a look at him, and I've seen the kid up close and in person and done my due diligence, so I've got a comfort level with who he is and what he can become. But I don't think the declining of a workout is enough reason to just dismiss a prospect that you like.
And so it's Minnesota with it after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Dang with the buckets. Dang's got 9 points. Now Holiday, he averages a bit over 6 points a game. He kicks it to Parker. Now the dish to Levine. Felicio, the pass to Valentine. Back to Felicio. Out to the wing. It's Parker outside. And no good that time. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Pass to Teague. Shot clock at 6. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Bulls trail by 13. Valentine kicks to Levine. Parker passes to Levine. Out to Parker. Let's go. And it's Parker again missing. And Teague's got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And it's Dang in the corner. Outside Teague. Passes it to Jang. Here's Holiday. There's the pass to Parker. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in. He's got 15.
Well, I tell you what, tremendous work rate in getting to the glass by Parker. If you don't box him out, he'll make you pay for it.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. Now, here's Teague. 5 points in the game. Dang looking it over. Tries a 3. Here's Jang. The kick out to Teague. Another miss by Minnesota.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
Teague against Holiday. Pass to Levine. Now here's Valentine. Not a lot of room. Over Jang. The Bulls keep it alive. And here comes the break. Ahead. Now here's Parker. 15 points in the game. And here is Valentine. Here's Felicio. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Yeah, recalibration time with the timeout call there.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Dang. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Jeff Teague. Carter, he's checked in for the Bulls. Now here's Jones. Here's Jang. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jang's got his third bucket of the night.
Though Jang has developed a pretty good outside shot, this is where you want him operating, in the painted area.
And Levine, here we go. And he gets the bucket. Levine's got 9 points here in the second half.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
Inside. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far for Teague.
And this is a bit of a nightmare game for him thus far. Just nothing working, and it has to be affecting his confidence. He just doesn't look like the player he normally is out there, and you can see it in his body language after every missed shot. Boy, this is tough.
And he knocks down the first one. Portis, he's checked in for the Bulls. Chris Dunn comes in for Levine. Both free throws good from Holiday. Minnesota leading by 7. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Wiggins against Holiday. And stolen by Dunn.
You could tell it was almost tunnel vision on that pass. Had no idea where the defender was.
And his work in the weight room on full display there. Gibson is excellent at sticking with his shot despite the contact.
And Taj Gibson, 6'9", but his long arms help make him a big factor defensively, Clark.
Well, I think his defense has really been his value to teams. 2017-18, he had career highs in all his shooting percentages. This guy's just what you call a rock-solid two-way player.
And that one misses.
Taj Gibson is a solid role player, really one of the best we have. A good rebounder and defender with a soft touch from the mid-range and can score without having plays called for him.
Minnesota leading by 7. Okogie guarded by Holiday. Gibson against Carter. Basket good. 6 points for Taj Gibson.
A competent score from the mid-range. Actually, maybe his best part of his game. Gibson solid at recognizing when that shot's available.
Ball's knocked loose. Here's Dunn. Off target with his three.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
And for Tyus Jones, 3 gold medals playing for the U.S. national team throughout high school. He was Minnesota's Mr. Basketball, a national title Clark in his lone season at Duke. I mean, this kid's already got a lot of hardware.
Yeah, he's got a cabinet full of hardware, and I think he's got a chance to develop into a really solid point guard in this league. Again, just 1 year of college, very early in his career. You got to give him time because he's shown that he can be a winner at the levels he's played at prior to the NBA.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Butler's checked in. And so Jones nails both of them. Done with it. 11 points in the game. There's 53 seconds left to play in the third. 6 on the shot clock. The shot by Holiday, no good. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Their biggest lead of the game was 21 over Parker. And it's Wiggins missing.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain-neutral position.
Now, here's Dunn. Following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. From 11 feet away. No good off the back of the rim. Now Butler. He's got 27. It's Jones on the way. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Now let's hear what Coach Tom Thibodeau was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Right back, man. Let's go score, stop, score here. Everyone talk defensively. Get stops and then let's go. Let's go. Make the game easy for each other. Make plays. Get your spacing.
And defense obviously so important to Coach Thibodeau.
I mean, he wants his team to get stops and leak out fast. Fundamental basketball.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Minnesota, Jones and Butler in the backcourt. Anthony Tolliver out there with Wiggins, and it's Gibson in at the center, filling out the middle. The free throw drops in for Dunn.
Boy, I tell you what, Dunn does a little bit of everything out there. A stat sheet stuffer for sure. He scores it, he passes it well, and he also gets to the glass from his position.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And that fourth foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
The Bulls making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. Now here's Butler. To the inside, Gibson. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists in the game.
Impressive agility in these pick and roll sets. It's hard to get out of that screen really quickly. Gibson has a nice feel for where to roll to.
Count them one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut back down again to single digits with those points from Levine.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Yeah, he's most certainly not the reason they're in the hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
Now here's Butler. 8 feet away. Lopez with the block. Parker against Wiggins. Levine. And the jam by Levine.
Well, Levine is 6'5". He's extremely athletic and I think just merely scratching the surface of his potential, and so far he's still on fire.
Jones against Dunn. On the wing, Wiggins. Kicks it to Butler. Stolen by Carter. And here we go. Levine heading to the...
Well, we know Levine has the hops. That time showing off the creativity.
And that was an Unleash Chaos replay, courtesy of Under Armour, wreaking havoc at the rim. Now here's Butler. Pass to Tolliver. Outside, Jones. Timberwolves passing it around. Clock at 6. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Butler from outside. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Yeah, I mean, the way he's climbing all over him on that one, no way the officials are going to miss that.
Tell you what, he might have gotten that rebound and gotten away with it if he had gone straight up, but didn't work out.
Jones looking for an opening. Here's Gibson. Another miss by Minnesota. Bulls trail by 5. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Parker outside. There's the triple. But they get it back. Carter dishes to Parker. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And it's Carter missing. Minnesota leading by 5. Jones finds Butler. Here is Tolliver. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Well, one more and that's it. He'll be DQ'd, disqualified. He's got to be able to defend without picking up that last disqualifying foul.
Outside, Jones. Parker with the steal.
Yeah, they're starting to go in the wrong direction in terms of turnovers. It's slowly becoming a problem.
And stolen by Butler. Tolliver kicks to Jones. Wiggins outside. Passes to Tolliver. Outside, Butler. The pass to Wiggins. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
Don't think you're going to get a better look than that, and it's Butler who makes it possible with an excellent feed.
Pass to Carter. He kicks it to Levine. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Parker. Fires from deep. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. They'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs.
And for the matchup with the Celtics, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Bulls trail by 8. Outside, Levine. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. Jang, he's checked in for Minnesota. Teague comes in for Jones. Here's Levine. And it's Lopez at the elbow. Kicks to Dunn. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Here's Levine following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Shot clock at 5. The 10-footer. Count it. Good. Levine's got 17 now, just in the second half.
You know, once Levine gets the ball anywhere near the bucket, his score-first mindset takes over.
Teague, the pass to Butler. Stolen by Levine. And here we go. Levine heading to the hoop.
Forcing the issue offensively. Levine has that sudden explosiveness. He gets a step and draws the foul.
Free throw good, Levine. And so Levine nails both of them. And Teague's at the ball here for Minnesota. Passes it to Jang. He dishes it to Wiggins. Now the pass to Butler. Over Levine. And it's Butler missing.
He's not shooting a high percentage right now, and part of the reason could be that his shot quality is poor, and he's just got to be a little smarter about his shots.
And you can just see the confidence level growing with each shot that he's made. That's now 5 of 5 here in the fourth.
And guys, in that case, his teammates should really just keep getting him the ball until he misses or cools off, because right now he's got it going.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Levine against Butler. Levine kicks to Carter. Parker outside. Bucket is good. Parker's got 9 points here in the second half.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
Yeah, he's really calm in these situations. Simply takes his time in tight spots. You got to be patient, and he is playing to his strengths.
Here's Dunn. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Parker outside. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Parker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, Parker is a genius in these pick and roll plays. Just knows when to cut and when to pop out for the easy shot. He rolls or pops effectively.
Now here's Wiggins. Back to Teague. Shot clock at 6. Softly drops in the floater. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Man, the finesse and the skill from Teague to finish that play with the floater, exquisite. And good shot choice there, too.
Here is Carter. Lopez finds Levine. Dunn, wide open, he fires. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. Minnesota leading by 3. To the paint, here's Butler. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. 33 points for Jimmy Butler.
Great basketball from him, Kevin. A commanding performance, helping add to the lead this quarter.
Jang against Lopez. It's Parker outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Parker's got 22 points.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Anthony Tolliver. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Dunn. Now here's Teague. From the baseline. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
And Carter has it in the corner. And then Carter with the jam.
Kevin, I like what Levine showed there, not getting so locked in to his own offense. Keeps his head up, finds the open man.
Now here's Teague beyond the arc. Rebound by Parker. Parker's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunity.
Teague dishes to Butler. Wiggins against Lopez. Now here's Wiggins. He's guarded closely. Clock at 4. Fires, high post. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Parker's got 8 rebounds in this game. Pass to Valentine. Back to Parker. Oh, and they take the lead. Parker's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Really impressed by the attitude of Parker, commanding the rock in crucial moments. That's big.
Butler against Levine. Jang, the pass to Teague. Basket counts.
Hey, Teague knows that he can come up big in big moments. His team needed a bucket, and he delivered.
Kane, he's checked in for the Bulls.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good, Teague.
Not only ties it up with the hoop, but puts them in front now with the free throw. That could be the play of the game if they come out on top.
Now here's Payne. Parker inside, covered by Wiggins, and that one's good. Parker.
Man, I like the composure that Parker plays with, especially when the game is tight and close. Demonstrates once again he's not afraid to take the clutch shot.
Levine against Butler. Back to Teague. Wiggins surveying the floor. He kicks to Butler. It's good!
That is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing him deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it.
Chicago calls timeout. They're behind by 1. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Jimmy Butler.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Bulls making a switch here. Blakeney's checked in. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. Fred Hoiberg was talking with his team during the break. And even though they're down, he was confident. He said, look, guys, I've got all the confidence in the world in you. We've been down this road before. You know what we need to do. Kevin, let's see if they can overcome this deficit.
The wingspan of Parker is what helps him get these shots off. I mean, even when he's getting fouled, he's effortless in his shot attempts.
Free throw no good for Parker.
I like Parker's versatility. He can play both forward positions, in part because he's so long and big, and he's got excellent mobility.
Game could be on the line right here.
It's now or never.
Pass to Hutchison. To the middle. Levine kicks to Lopez. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Parker passes to Hutchison. Over Teague. Misses off the left iron. And the Timberwolves call timeout. They're down by 1. 15 seconds left in the game. Seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Back to Butler. Oh, missed it. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jabari, looks like you're getting back in stride, and you have certainly had adversity with the knee injuries the last 3 years. How have you been able to battle through them?
It's been tough, to tell you the truth, but, you know, the race is not won to the swift, but the one to endure, so I'm trying to keep that motive.
You have certainly endured and thrived, Jabari. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.